On this episode of Risk Takers, I speak to Marcus Mabusela, actor, producer. You may recognize him from Judas Kiss, SABC One's #1 hit show, or various commercials that he's done. I speak to him about his journey from IT to leading actor in South Africa. I think what you've done is like very inspirational, like what you've achieved, right? Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of people talk about wanting to pursue their dream and they don't do it. So a lot of people, it might not be acting, because what I want is for people to, what I want people to get out of this is to be encouraged to pursue their dream. And a lot of the time people don't do it because they think it'll never happen. And they're also very scared of what it's going to cost them to pursue their dream. And so, you know, for you, it was acting, but another person watching this might want to start like a side hustle, or they might want to, it might be starting a business. It might be something else entirely. It might not be acting, right?
Yeah.
And they might be scared of the challenges of the cost without thinking about what it's like when you actually get to the place where your dreams are coming true. So firstly, I just want you to just kind of take me through some of the challenges that you've experienced. Like, what did it cost you to get from IT to selling cars to being a leading man in a TV series?
It cost me, first of all, it cost me my social standing. So the friends that I'd gone to varsity with and I'd been working with, their careers just kept on going up. So they could buy houses, they could get wives, they could buy cars. I'm back to being a student.
Yeah.
Living in Melville with other young 19-year-olds. I'm skinny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like I'm living off of noodles. And my friends are living like real good lives. Like nice fresh beds with good beddings and cornflakes in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a student life in a commune. I'm embarrassed, like, oh man, I'm gonna meet people I used to, know and all that jazz, So I lost a lot of like, my social, my friends, and a lot of family members also kind of undermined my decision. They saw me as a bit of a vagabond, someone who's just messing around with his life. But then I had to really, really, really hold on to my faith, and I had to work on my character. Because at least if someone has made like a drastic, move, at least like their doings, how they hold themselves in society must still be respectable, So I don't want to be that guy now that I'm at like drama school and at the age of 25. I don't want to be the guy that catch me smoking, or you know what I'm saying, I didn't want that. In fact, I wanted my image to be very clean. Now I'd done something very unorthodox, Obviously, boys will always be boys, but I mean, that was me just really being paranoid. Like, I don't want people to see me as this guy who's just messing around in life, So I lost that. I lost my townhouse, and I loved that place a lot. It was my little sanctuary. I lived alone, beautiful 1-bedroom spot, man. Like, my little in-suite bathroom, my walk-in closet. I loved it, and I had to let go of it. I had to really unlearn and get comfortable with the fact that I don't have to constantly be running during the day and fixing this computer and that computer and going to that server. Sometimes it's good just to relax a whole day, and read, but I can tell you what I gained. I gained like my intellectual hunger. I've always been someone who's kind of like very hungry for knowledge, especially alternative knowledge, it got fed a lot because now I had the time to do the kind of reading that I wanted. From an intellectual, standpoint, I could really feed my mind what it needed, it was hungry for. Because working in IT, I couldn't find the time to read the books I wanted to read, to go to the places I wanted to go. And I was exposed to a lot of art. I was exposed to a lot of visual arts. Exposed to a lot of jazz. Because at that time, Joburg, there was a buzzing jazz scene with the Orbit and the African Freedom Station. I was exposed to a lot of poetry. So an appreciation of the arts. And I got an appreciation of avant-garde arts, real high-class premium art. So that's what I gained.
Yeah.
But what I lost was my social standing, and I lost, a career and money. Yeah.
Okay.
And then soon as right before we graduated, one of our mentors, who's now actually co-owner of Clyde Morris Productions, he wrote that play. So
Mm-hmm.
him and I got cast in a commercial, a Vodacom commercial. That was my first commercial while a student,
Mm.
And I was just like, that. Actually, that was my moment. I remember
How
it
old were you at that
very,
time?
very. I was 20, 26.
26. So this is like 1 year after you officially became a student and an acting
Yeah.
student. And
This
that's
is
good.
on
That's
my
a nice
second year.
trajectory. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not too much of a gap between starting this thing and actually starting to get paid from it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But you know what I'd love to do actually?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's. I'd really love to play you this advert.
Brathabo, ilebetse wallet ko gae. Please, ke tla o bona soon.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, essentially this ad was the one that made me know. Like I knew in my heart now. I was like, all these years of fighting, all those sleepless nights of contemplating. This is it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And shortly after that, I got the Seven Dilan gig for like a few months. So that was like for me the gratification that I needed.
Right now, do you feel like you're in a place where you're stable? Like, do you feel like now you are established? Do you feel like you've made it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like you've
No.
made it? No.
No.
What would that look like for you? I've made it. What would that look like?
Honestly, for me, it's like retiring at the age of 50, latest 55. Retiring with my own studios, having made like great international contacts. We can export like South African, stories to the world through my
Yes.
own company.
Yeah.
Seeing my son get to being a teenager and him finding his calling and
Yeah.
me into a role. Like the reason why I want to retire when I'm 50, 55, I want to give, that time when my child is going to adulthood, I want to give him as much of my attention as possible. I don't want to be 60 hustling, trying to make this back, that back. So for me, that will be it. Having my own studios, being a place where I'm creating and producing great content.
Yeah.
That for me will mean it. Yeah.
And then just lastly, like one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who is making a significant transition. It doesn't have to be
In
into
their life.
acting. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're doing something really risk-taking.
Yeah.
And it really is going to cost them a lot. Some people have incomes. I mean, they've got dependents rather. And so, it's hella risky.
I would say go in head first. Dive in.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to do, just do it. And then from there, from the failure, and expect failure. Expect that you will fail. Because that failure is what will help you in terms of assessment.
Yeah.
How can I get to the next level? Why can I not jump this phase? What is it I need? Do I need better sneakers? Do I need a better jump? Do I need to exercise to work on my muscles, my leg muscles? You need to investigate,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, well, that was really good. I think I've got a lot.
All right, cool. What I just said now, did it make sense though?
Yeah, it did. I think you're right. I think if you can't dip your toe in.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something and you're taking a risk, you can't baby yourself into it. It's like you just gotta jump all the way in. And whatever comes, you're gonna have to take it. If you end up broke, if you end up moving back home, if you end up, you just have to take it. It's like Steve Harvey talks about, but people are scared of the cost of following their dreams. But you can't anticipate what the cost is going to be. And if you think about it, it's gonna overwhelm you. So rather just dive all the way in.
When I leave, I just want to leave you with one story of like what happened when I left. I just sold like 2-3 cars by then, so I had a bit of money left, but I left working. And I remember I met a chick whom I really liked, by then. I met her, I was like, wow, I asked her if we can go out for a date at Mug and Bean, and we did. And on the date, I was telling her all my ambitions, how I want to, leave IT and I want to go into drama, because she was studying drama at Wits, and I was like so infatuated with this girl, like, oh my gosh, I think I might have met the one. And especially now that I'm leaving the one career for the next. She's going to join me in my next phase of my life. And when I got home, unfortunately, the girl didn't call me back. Neither did she want any calls from me. I think she was just turned off by the fact that I was saying I'm going to drama.
Yeah.
She saw like an unstable human being.
Yeah.
But then years later, I actually met her at the Market Theater. And she was like, she gave me so much respect, and she was actually embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh, I had no interest in this human being because I thought he's just, someone who just messes around with their lives. He wants to do drama because I'm in. And just goes to show. And I've had like a lot of these experiences where people would be like, oh, what do you want to do? Are you actually doing it? Good luck with the future.
Yeah.
And when I actually achieve it, they are like, oh my gosh, oh, why are you being arrogant? Or, try to be extra nice. So I think my biggest advice would be follow your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows your intuition like you do.
Yep.
Follow how it feels. Yeah. Know and trust that your motives are right. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Emotions
awesome.
are right.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Right,
I definitely want to do more of these with more people. So you're my first, and I think this was a good one. And I hope people gain a lot of insight from this.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Marcus.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
I want a divorce immediately. Zama, it's you and Jemima akunikeze incwadi yami yokulotsholwa.
What the hell is this? Baggage.
I still strongly believe that you need to get what you deserve.
What's going on? This will cost me my child, man. Is that what you want?
I warned you. I begged you. It's over.
Judas Kiss, Sundays at 7:30 only on SABC 1. We make sure.